I mean, when you make a movie, you don't really think about the award season. That should not be your main focus. You should just try to.
Hello, hi Anders.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you so much for your time. It's a pleasure to
My
talk to
pleasure.
you. Yes, first congratulations because you won Best Supporting Actor for the National National Society of Film Critics. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
good. Very
Yeah,
happy about it. Mm.
yeah, that's awesome. So let's start like from the beginning. When you read the script, what attracted you to the worst person in the world?
What attracts me to that character or the film?
The film.
Oh, Joachim Trier is one of my best friends, and it feels like I've grown up in his movies. So this is working with him is something completely different than working with anybody else. Um, so, but he approached me now with this script, and I knew that he worked on a film with Renate in the main as the main character, but I didn't think that I was going to be in the film. But then he sent me the script and explained why it could be a possibility. And I read it and I was very enthusiastic and felt that now there was a link between the two previous films that we had made. It was like this film linked all of them together thematically, and with Oslo as the common stage. But I mean, it was hard to decline this offer because I love the script and I love working with him.
And now talking about your character, Axel, like what do you like the most about him, and what it was? I think you were like perfect for the role,
Also,
and yes, and then why did you like? What do you like the most about him?
um, I think he's mostly a nice person. He's quite sympathetic, and I think even though he can be slightly patronizing and putting too much words on her emotions and thoughts and feelings, I think his intentions are good, and I think that in the early phase of their relationship, that's exactly what she needed from him, because she doesn't really know who she is, and she wants him to confirm her and to help her in that process. But at a certain point, it starts getting annoying, and it feels like a prison. She doesn't feel independent in that relationship anymore. So that's their tragedy. That's the tragedy of their relationship. But I don't see any of them as unsympathetic characters. I think they are both nice, actually.
Yeah. I think like Julie, she's trying to figure her out. You know what I mean? And then sometimes it's difficult to if you don't know a lot about you. I think it's difficult to have a relationship with another person because I
Yeah.
think she's trying to figure out. So, but I think your chemistry with Renate is amazing. I think you
Oh, thank
guys
you.
click together. And how was this collaboration with her?
So I met Renate on the shoot of Oslo August 31st, where she had a small part, but the sequence she was in took a while to shoot because it was shot on so many days. So we got to know her quite well through that shoot, and we had a very funny chemistry from the start. She's very generous and creative as an actor. So you know that when I work with her, I know that there's gonna happen a lot of stuff that is unknown. It can be unpredictable stuff, but we are also well prepared. We try to to be as prepared as we can, so that we can open up for whatever might happen on the day of the shooting. So it's incredibly fun working with her.
Yeah. And then you like you must have learned something about yourself, like making this character. What did you learn about you playing Axel?
I think I learned that there's a link between memories, emotions, and identity, in the sense that as we grow older, we realize that all we have left in the end is memories from our lives. The things, all the material stuff don't really matter anymore. What matters is when we look back on our lives and try to make sense of it all, try to connect the dots. And that constitutes who we are. That's the essence of our identity. So to give an example, if you get Alzheimer's disease, for example, and you start losing your stories and your biography, you have no compass. You don't really know who you are anymore. So that can serve as some kind of metaphor, how important memories are to us, and how deeply that is linked to emotions.
Yeah, and I was wondering, how did you balance your acting career with because you're also a doctor, right? How did you balance that?
Yeah, that's my identity crisis, you know. So that's constantly a constant challenge and work in progress. But it has been meaningful as well to have a foot in the real world, and sometimes even using my medical experience as a source of inspiration for characters. I've done that a few times.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing balance both of them, because I think they're so different, but at the same time you need to be very dedicated in both of them. And then I admire that you juggle that. That's awesome.
I do the best I can. It's not always easy, but there are some things in common though. I mean, both professions, in both professions, communication is essential. It's really important to be able to communicate well.
That's right. Now the movie it was shortlisted for an Oscar. How did you feel about that? Have you thought that it was gonna get that far? The movie, the movie is really good. And
oh, thank you. I mean, when you make a movie, you don't really think about the award season. That should not be your main focus. You should just try to make something meaningful and truthful. But it's a tremendous honor even to be shortlisted for the Oscars, and we'll see how it goes. I'm just incredibly happy about all the nice feedback that we get from the audience. I mean, those because that's what we want. We want to make a film that means something to people in the movie theater, that somebody can watch a film and have a good laugh, but maybe also watch the film as some kind of therapy that they can go through. They can have a little cathartic moment in the movie theater, in addition to entertainment. So that probably means most to me is when somebody has watched the film and gives me personal feedback that this really meant something to me. I could identify with the characters. It made me reflect on my own life, for example. That's if I get that kind of feedback, then I can say to myself that this is the reason why I do this.
And aside from this project, are you already working anything new that you can talk about? Anything new?
Maybe not that I can talk about. There are always stuff in the pipeline and projects up in the air. I mean, the pandemic, the movie, the film industry is always unpredictable. You never know exactly when things are going to production and when projects get fully financed. And the pandemic has added another layer to that. So it's hard times for everybody working in the arts. But I guess there will be some more projects, but I don't know exactly what that will be at the moment.
Okay, no, that's great. I cannot wait to watch your next project. And Anders, I just want to thank you so much for your time. A pleasure to talk to you, a pleasure to meet you, and a lot of success. And I hope the movie get to the actual list. Thank you so much for your time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
If you like this video, don't forget to comment, to like, and subscribe to our channel right here.